I'm writing a bunch of postcards right now. I got these like cool postcards from Singapore, and it was at the Garden of the Bay, or like the Cloud Forest region, which is this really cool kind of indoor garden. It's like this greenhouse-esque structure where it was like covered in glass and everything, but the inside's actually very air conditioned, so it's counterintuitively you would expect it to be really hot inside because it's a greenhouse, but it's actually really cool. So anyways, I got some postcards there. I usually like getting my postcards like the first thing I do when I enter a city, because then, you know, after I kind of send my postcards out, it, you know, eases the rest of my tourism, because then I don't have to think about when I'm gonna get a postcard and like what I'm gonna send out. But I actually took a really long time to write it. I didn't really write it throughout my time in Singapore. I'm in Taipei right now, and I'm in a hotel. I had some downtime this morning, and so I was writing my postcard, right? And I have like the address, I have like, you know, my name, location, stuff on it, but I really don't know what to write, to be honest. Like, I could write some like song lyrics or whatever, but nothing really feels authentic right now. Like, none of these posts, well, one of them is personalized, but others are just, you know, I just bought like 12 postcards and I send them out to the 12 people I still want to keep in contact with. And as a result, it's just kind of exhausting. I don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. I can send them as is, but that doesn't really feel right either. I feel like what you really need is just like something inspiring to write, because I do have like inspiration every now and then, but not about like things I want to write about my postcard. You know, I write some stuff on my Twitter and just like random ideas that I come across, but it's not really the same because when you send a postcard, right, like I used to write a lot on my postcard, but then I realized a lot of postcards get lost in the mail, so it's better to just keep it short and sweet, so there's like not very much commitment in case it doesn't get delivered at the end. And the idea behind these postcards is that like I'm only sending two of them to San Francisco, so most of these people are people that I don't really talk to on a regular basis, so this is pretty much their own contact with me for like a couple of months at least. And I think that, like, how do you succinctly update someone like what's happening with your life in like a sentence or two written on a piece of cardboard that gets sent, you know, a couple thousand miles? Like, I really like this hobby of mine. It's like it's like a big part of my personality, like the sending postcards thing. And as a result, I want to make sure that it's right. You know what I mean? I feel like it's been like a year since I went to Iceland, and a lot has changed in the past year. And last time I sent a postcard was in Morocco, which was in December, I think. And I don't know, I feel like I really want to tell people how I've changed, but I'm not even sure like how I've changed myself. Like, there's only like certain like phenotypical factors, like the new tattoos that I have, or like how much weight I gained, or any new credentials or whatever that I have. And it's just like, it's like, what's supposed to go in this, you know? Like, I really don't know. There's this quote I always say to myself: the purpose of life is to live with purpose. And I really like it because it's kind of recursive, right? you ask like, what's the purpose of life? And it's like, yeah, to live with purpose, you know, and like, but then it's like, what is purpose, you know? So it invites more questions than it answers, and there's a recursive property to it that I think parallels a lot of how I think about life. And I was thinking of writing that, but it just, this doesn't seem like the right time to write that down, you know, like it's something that would probably end my novel with, but like not really, like, I don't know if it deserves to be on a postcard. I don't really know like what to put on it, to be honest. Like, what if someone's only contact with you throughout the entire year is just like one thing? What warrants being on the postcard, you know? And I really don't know. I'm thinking of just sending it blank, to be honest. I really don't know if like I should do that. But also it seems like a waste of space, you know, like the postcard clearly has like space in which it wants you to write stuff, but I don't know if I have the heart in me to actually write it at all. Maybe I should do a drawing, but I don't know if I have enough time for that. I've just been like really tired lately, to be honest. I took this like red-eye flight from Singapore to to Taipei, and that was like really exhausting, and my body hasn't really fully recovered from that, and it seems like a big chore, to be honest. My heart's not really in it. I usually really look forwards to what I'm about to write on my postcard, but in this case it's just like it doesn't really feel like it's what I want, to be honest. I'm still going to keep it up, obviously, but there are times where I just don't really know what to do, and I feel like this is one of them. I just feel like there's a combination of like not enough interest, not enough intrigue, but also just kind of an overwhelming of like the possibilities out there. So maybe I'll find what to write eventually.